Alright, what's up you guys? Time for another video. I'm not sure which subject matter on my mind came first, but this popped into my mind right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do a video on the subject. Yeah, even though this is seen in some of my videos before, I'm going to explain it. I'm going to talk about, I don't know what you want to, I don't know what I'm going to title this yet, but accessories, lip rings, nose rings, there's some of them that are pretty, I mean, you can get now those real big-ass things in your ears now, which I think are getting torn off. I mean, but I worked in some workplaces. I'm going to have workplaces in this, talking about in this video too, which is relevant because I want to joke about some of the holes people have in their lip and their ears now. And since I worked in some of these industrial places, and I still do, here and there by independent contracts that I get text calls to go to. But anyway, I worked years in places like that. I wanted to say, I'm trying not to laugh when I'm saying this. It's a joke. It's not meant to laugh at anybody, but because I worked in some of these places, I worked with grommet tools, like if any of you guys watching and were worked with any of those things. I joked with different industrial equipment. I said, where you I used to do jobs where you pound brass grommets. Well, you can have automatic machines that do it for beans. But then I had worked in the past in things where you'd have a piece of vinyl for it. You'd manufacture a vinyl curtain or something for truck driving equipment where we'd make it, you'd have a cutter for the grommet. Bam! Hit it with a hammer, and then have the grommet, put the one grommet in and put the other grommet in there. Set it on like top of a die, and then you have this punch that you put in there for the grommet, and then hit it with a hammer. Boing! Then you also had these other automatic tools that we had. Then, of course, you had industrial equipment like die punches for steel. Oh, get a piercing like that. Well, I love that sense of humor, and there's other kind of people that have that sense of humor too. You know, there's like humor in this. But I always say that, you know, I'm not judging anybody or making any fun. But since I've seen so many, here's the thing I preach. That, oh, you do something on your own that isn't a designated for somebody's culture, that people run around with these piercings, then you're considered weird. So I do my own thing. And it also symbolizes like heavy metal hanging on my hair and things like that. Stuff that I do in fitness, things that people consider weird too. So I have to have my own trademark symbolism. And there's a lot of things that I think are piercings really ain't me, but there's a lot of things as far as hair, braids, beads that I consider really cool on other people. And I think it's time to do something different. You see all kind of different cool beads and all kind of stuff, whether you're a black person or a white person or whether you're into that Gothic different stuff. So many cool beads that it would be do something that nobody's ever done before, like you see in these craft shops. Oh, I wonder. But I had to do something that's a trademark for myself and just deliberately do with a smirk on my face. Like in one of the places I worked, since I worked next to people that had different piercings and different things, tattoos, I wanted to do something different. They got a laugh out of it. They teased me, and not in a bad way. It's like, well, geez, you could probably really accidentally turn your head and whip somebody in the face with that and hurt them, you know. And I got these jokes like, oh, doesn't that shit hurt? But I said, well, after a while, you kind of have to put some kind of headband or something underneath the hair and hold it up. Which I need a headband because there's these little pieces of hair every once in a while that gave the face. Anyway, I wanted to do something different and stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm not really making fun of that, but I said, what I say to you is, there's so much stuff out there that you think is weird, whether you're into piercings or into tattoos or anything or not. And there's an element that other people will say, oh, that's weird. You do something new, but what the fuck's the difference? I mean, everybody else has something. You might as well invent something new of your own, which I did. Mine is kind of like making statements because I use heavy metal objects like and do bare fist stuff. I don't do piercings because if you're into any other kind of things, if you're doing any sparring on a private basis, you know, outside of what I'm doing, if you're doing something sparring with boxing gloves, I don't want piercings in my lip or ears, or if there's any other kind of things where you're just forcing around, escaping some kind of holes and stuff, or any in a real conflict, they're going to go for that and tear it right off. You know? Well, this is in a way a death trap too, so. But there's also a philosophy that fits all of that, which I was looking at one of these, the religion is called a Sikh religion. It, like the guy says about beards, if you can't protect it, then you should shave it off. They have some kind of hand-to-hand thing, which you're not just protecting the throat from weapons or from being hit, you're also protecting the beard because they can grab the beard and it's a death trap because they fight with knives and swords and they can draw one in a concealed weapon at any moment. Whereas once they get a hold of your beard, it's just like they can kill you. It's like a kind of medieval kind of combat. They use bracelets for their fists. I mean, it's like a... But I'm trying to use that as an example, too. Like anything that you have, if you cannot protect it, even if it isn't a combative kind of way, if you can't evade or get out of something conflict, then it could be at your discretion to have it or something, too. Or if you're in some workplace, you know, whether you're a guy or a girl, that you get allowed to have some piercings that wear a certain hair, you have to tie it up. Or I worked in a place, you had to have wear a hairnet. As a matter of fact, I had one of my stretching videos, I forgot to take the hairnet off when I was sitting there doing a basic stretch. Anyway, this is some random jibber jabber that I want to do a video. Frankly, I wanted to do better. I might delete this and do it a little better later, but I'm just saying that. It's on my mind for now. Peace.